Good afternoon, Sergeant. This is Cadet Senate, and this is Cadet Carreno. We're from 1st Squad, 2nd Platoon, Bravo Company, 520th Infantry, from the 1st Infantry Brigade Combat Team from the 101st Infantry Division. Today, we'll be briefing you on the route to Operation Diego Ambush. This ambush will occur no later than 4 March 1600 2024. We will depart from the patrol base no later than 4 March 1300 2024. First and foremost, we would like to mention that this terrain is extremely hilly. It is densely vegetated, and that's why we have included this model featuring contour lines. You can see that there's hills just about anywhere we will go. So we tried to use the hills to our advantage and the terrain to our advantage. However, this will not be an easy movement, and this is something that we'd like to mention right off the bat. Additionally, there will be some rivers. However, we have taken measures to avoid them for the most part.
I'll be going over our primary route. So we're going to start at the SP, and we're going to be moving 640 meters southeast to checkpoint 1. So we're going to be moving in traveling overwatch squad column. So this is because we're going to be hitting this linear danger area, which is going to be Highway 18. We're going to be stopping right before Highway 18 and before phase line red. As we move from checkpoint 1 to checkpoint 2, we're going to be moving 570 meters. We're going to be crossing the linear danger area, which is going to be Highway 18, and bounding overwatch because there is possible enemy contact. Through the brief that we got before this, we know that the enemy uses the roads and the city in order to patrol. So we expect possible contact. We're going to be moving up. As we move to checkpoint 2, though, past the linear danger area, we're going to be going back traveling in squad columns, and as we hit checkpoint 2, we're going to move to checkpoint 3, going 460 meters. We're going to be going northeast. We're going to be moving again and traveling in squad columns. As you can see, we're going to be going through dense vegetation. That means we're going to have good concealment. That also means we're going to have limited visibility. So we're going to move from checkpoint 3 to checkpoint 4. And our key terrain for checkpoint 3 to checkpoint 4 is going to be hilltop 582. So we're gonna be hand railing a river up here, and as we move across phase line blue, we're gonna be switching over from traveling to traveling overwatch, because as we go across this point, we're going to be going around the mountain, and due to our high elevation, the enemy has a possibility of seeing us, so we want to be prepared for that. So the enemy's going to be staged over here. And as we move from checkpoint 4 to checkpoint 5, we're going to be moving again in traveling overwatch, still going to be in squad column. We're going to be going 470 meters south, and as we go from checkpoint 5 to the ORP, we're going to be moving into a wedge formation, still traveling overwatch because we expect enemy contact, or it's possible to have enemy contact. We're going to be going 760 meters to the east from checkpoint 5 to the ORP.
Okay, I will now brief you on the alternate route. The alternate route will have the same first leg as the primary route did, as we will be moving out of the south apex of the patrol base, and we'll move south and then east in the densely vegetated area that is kind of in the middle of the populated area. However, we'll be traveling overwatch in order to assure that we are moving quickly, but also staying vigilant, because, as Cadet Carreno mentioned, the enemy is known to patrol Highway 18, this unnamed route, and this populated area to the north of our patrol base. So we are remaining vigilant at all times. Once we reach checkpoint 1, we will meet a road, Highway 18, that will be to our east, and we will bound overwatch across that. The reason to this being that the road will be a linear danger area, so enemy contact is absolutely possible and potentially even likely if they are patrolling. So we will be bounding across, and once we bound across, we will move northeast until we reach we will be moving east until we reach checkpoint 1, and checkpoint 1 we will be moving traveling Overwatch because we are between two roads. Once again, contact is possible. And we will know we hit our checkpoint when we see the end of a river. And at that end of a river, we will be going just south around it. Right here, you can just barely see that the river ends right here. It is the summertime, so hopefully the river is dry as indicated on the map. However, if what is in real life does not reflect what's on the map, we may have to take other precautionary measures to go through the river. We will then bound Overwatch across this unnamed route, and as soon as we are finished bounding Overwatch, we will transition to moving in Overwatch in the squad column until we get to checkpoint 2. Checkpoint 2 should be located right on the south part of a hill right here, and we will then move east from checkpoint 2 in traveling. We'll be traveling in order to try to maximize time efficiency. However, halfway between checkpoint 2 and 3, we will cross phase line blue, at which point we will be only conducting movements in the Overwatch because, as Cadet Kreno mentioned, the enemy's avenue of approach is believed to be traveling north along this highway. So if they are traveling north, they will see us from this elevated surface as we turn the mountain. So we will be traveling in the Overwatch until we reach checkpoint 3, at which point we will begin conducting movement to checkpoint 4 in the squad column, once again traveling Overwatch. And right as we reach checkpoint 4, we should see a river to the north of us, and we will have to cross this river in order to continue movement to the ORP. These movements are all conducted in intervals of approximately 500 meters to try to divvy up the route equally, while also picking checkpoints that made sense due to the terrain features and potential linear danger zone areas as seen in Highway 18 and the unmarked route. So our ORP was placed on the side of the mountain up here, and the reason that it was not placed on top of the hill is because the enemy would expect an ORP, they would expect enemy contact to be coming from the top of the hill. We are on the side of the hill where they won't be able to see us if they're conducting movement from the south to north, because the hill will be providing us with both cover and concealment. Our ultimate recommendation to the commander is that we take the primary route. The main differences between these routes is that the alternate will be quicker, however, enemy contact is more likely and it is potentially more dangerous as we are crossing 2 LDAs as opposed to 1. Additionally, we cross one river that is kind of unavoidable for the alternate route, whereas for the primary route, all rivers are avoidable. And we will actually have some to handrail, so we have more key features to go off of. So pending any questions, this concludes our brief.